Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Mom Story by Sahana. So today's episode is really very special because I'm sure you might have been coming across lot of messages and lot of people who say that we want to adopt a COVID orphan. So now this is really crazy and being an adoptive mother I feel people should understand what really is adoption. Adoption is not just a process oriented thing or just something a legal paperwork, but it's actually an emotional and psychological journey that the parents go through. In a normal pregnancy, the gestation period is about 9 months, but in an adoption pregnancy, the gestation period extends up to maybe 30 months as well. So it's not that easy that when you say like I want to adopt and there's a genie who comes up and pops up and says like tathastu. So please try to understand. So in this video, this is what I am trying to do. I am trying to give you an insight on how can you adopt a COVID orphan, or what are the process that are involved in this, whether you can or you cannot. So please watch this video till the end so that you get to understand all the details related to this topic. It's really good that the intention to adoption is there and there is a desire from a lot of people who want to adopt, but we need to understand certain things before we go ahead and step forward to do this process. First thing first, are you really sure you want to do this? Because with a child coming in home, there will be sleepless nights, there will be adjustment issues, there will be tantrums, there will be, medical issues, there will be a lot of things that you will have to deal with. Apart from all these things, if we are going to adopt a COVID orphan, you must understand that the child has also undergone a trauma, the trauma of losing his or her parents. Kids are not conditioned or they are not mature enough to understand how to come out of that grief like adults. So it will be very difficult for you, or probably you will have to give more time and you will have to love them more, you will have to give more attention. And in certain cases, there is a chance that they may need professional help also. So, are you ready for all these things? And any adoption process requires a lot of medical tests, paperwork, documentation, and many other, basic nuances that, the government has laid down. Now, there are two ways that you can actually adopt in India. So, one is through HAMA, that is Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act. The other one is through CARA, that is through Central Adoption Resource Authority, which is governed by the Juvenile Justice Act, which was formed in 2015. Now, let me tell you what are the differences rather when if you adopt through HAMA, or why CARA scores over HAMA. In HAMA, only Hindus can adopt and within known families. Secondly, you can only adopt one child in under HAMA. You cannot adopt more than one child, and the maximum age group of the child is 15 years. Now, in HAMA, there is no analysis, or you can say study conducted for the adoptive parents, like whether they are emotionally, physically, financially, and psychologically fit to adopt the child or upbring a child. Here is where the CARA scores over. CARA works in a way to protect the child's interest, like for the welfare of the child, which is much more important than welfare of the parent. Because just because parents are emotionally interested to adopt, that is not the motivation. That is not exactly the motivation. There has to be very strong conviction about adoption. There should be a strong motivation about adoption. Only then the social worker is convinced that yes, these people are fit to adopt a child. Now again, with HAMA you can adopt immediately, like as soon as possible, but in CARA it definitely takes time. But being an adoptive mother and being a a person who is spreading awareness towards adoption and who have understood or seen the process very closely, I would definitely suggest you to go with CARA. Now, let us say that you don't want to adopt, but you feel a strong urge to help a child. You feel a strong urge to care for a child. So in that case, you can opt for foster care. So if you want to go for a foster care, then you have to go through your DCPU, that is District Child Protection Unit. So you have to contact them, fill up a form saying that you want to foster a child. You have to give all your preferences, your details and everything. Then the Child Welfare Committee will decide what child should be put to you for a foster care, and whether you fit into the category, or the fitness category of fostering a child. So if you want to know more details about the foster care, you can definitely check the description box here. So I've given a link. And of course, if you want to know more about the HAMA Act, then you can check out the link in the description box. I have given that also. If the child is left unattended, what to do? Like if the child is being said like, okay, go fetch for yourself, then what to do? In that case, if you get any such kind of messages, or if you find any such kind of child who is being left to fetch for himself or herself, then please don't hesitate to call the child helpline number 1098, that is 1098, or contact your nearest police station. Or if that is also not possible, then look for your nearest state adoption agency, and you can contact all these three people or three institutions who will be able to help the child. Under COVID, orphans adoption, the first preference is given for the relatives, means the close or the extended family and friends, because the child is already undergone a trauma, and it would be good for the child to stay with known people, so that it would be helpful, the child will be comfortable. So the first preference is given to the child's relative, immediate relatives, or the close friends. So in fact, there are a lot of hospitals also who are coming up to help COVID orphan children. Like a lot of NGOs are also coming up, and I'm showing you this article cut out here also. In one of the cases very recently happened was the paternal aunt actually adopted her brother's daughter, because her brother and sister-in-law both passed away because of COVID, and this happened with Kara's intervention. So there is an option to adopt through relative, and Kara has given that provision. Then you can go in the Kara website, that is kara.nic.in, and you can see that there is an option for relative adoption. You have to fill up those forms, and then you can go ahead. So I hope this video has been really useful to you, and thank you so much for watching. And if you have any more queries, any more doubts, so please feel free to email me on my mail ID, that is momstorybysahana@gmail.com, or you can also leave a comment under the video. So I will definitely try to answer you as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Take care. Stay safe.